Greetings, welcome back to Moto Matters. We're still on the 1990 CR125 project, and today we're going to do a little PETCOCK maintenance. Gasoline dries out all the O-rings and all the rubber. Just going to soften it up a little bit, make sure everything seals and turns easy. So here we go. Now here's the problem with these old tanks. They get stuck in because it's a brass fitting. The danger is we start turning the brass fitting inside. So I'm going to give them a little tap, try and break it loose, and then we may end up using heat. And if they do start turning, you use heat to soften them up to get the plastic to melt down and regrip around those brass fittings. Then you can let it cool so they'll catch. That's a little sneak. So let's see if we can get some help. Golden there. Number 2. Oh, we're sitting in butter now. See, there's the guy that dries out so much. Let's get this cleaned up. Careful to pull away from the hole to keep the dirt and grime out. Here's open on number 2. And make sure you do it in one quick motion and sends everything flying. Gas goes through the filter into this hole. When it's open, it allows it to flow into this hole, then down to the carb, or you turn it 90 degrees and it shuts her off. Here's the, you can figure out how that works. Closed, open, allows her to flow. That's all there is to it. Now carefully, I'm going to pop this guy out. If they're in bad shape, they need replaced, because this is what will cause your PETCOCK to leak. This guy right here, when they get too dried out. So here's all we do. A little grease, soften her back up. You'll notice I've got grease in those holes. We'll clean that out, so it's not a problem for the carburetor. We'll also grease up this O-ring, soften them back up, restore them a little bit. They're actually not too bad a shape. And this will cause the valve here to move so much easier. That's cleaned out. Now we're going to put a little grease right on here before I put the wave washer and stopper back on. And we'll make it turn real nice and easy too. Back in. As usual, you probably want to use Loctite, but I'm thinking long-term restoration projects sitting apart. There we are. Got a little carried away. Going to get messy. All right, from the factory, they go this way. They go in, so that way in case a rock hit it, it didn't shut off your fuel during your race. Well, back in the day, what we all did was we turned them around so that way you could read it and it was easier to get to. So properly, should be going the other way, but I'll put it this way because that's just what we did back in the day. And I would probably never seize these, even if it wasn't a restoration. It's just going to sit and not be ridden very much. So that way, we don't have issues with the brass fittings spinning in the plastic tank in the future. Here, we're turning gas off. There we go, folks. That's it.